guys, Killer Dime here, bringing you another NBA 2K14 Mod Team gameplay. Today, the topic will be about if the playoffs started right now. Not 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, right now. So, let's get it off. Let's start it off with, let's go with the East first. We have first seed Indiana, 8th seed Atlanta. Um, let's be real. The East is not that much of a good topic to talk about, but let's put it in between that. It's just a scratch. I think Indiana is just gonna blow Atlanta out. There would be no chance. I would not think that Atlanta would even have a chance. With Paul Millsap only there carrying the team against an Indiana team that is just way too big, I don't think Atlanta would even have a shot. I think Indiana would have 4-game sweep, done, out. Well, no, I think it would be 4-1. Actually, I think Atlanta would be able to pick up a game on their home court, maybe. But without Al Horford, they making it far in the playoffs. No way they can. Not against Indiana. That's just saying if it started today. So, first one would be Indiana against Atlanta. That's what I would say first. So, Indiana. Let's carry on. Second, Miami against Charlotte. Do we really even need to talk about this? Charlotte shouldn't even be in the playoffs. New York should be doing better than Charlotte. I don't know why. New York is just not trying. They're a pathetic team this year. Cleveland should even be above them. Detroit should definitely be above them. But Charlotte, Kemba Walker, Al Jefferson, and Kid Gilchrist, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, you guys know who I'm talking about. But Miami against Charlotte. Honestly, I would say 4-0, maybe 4-1, 4-1 Miami. I would say 4-0, 4-0, 4-0 Miami. Miami would sweep the hell out of Charlotte. Charlotte just can't fight with them. Next, Toronto, which is 3rd seed against Washington Wizards, that is 6th seed. Toronto being my hometown, I hope they would win. First of all, let's be real. But this is where it gets interesting for the East. I think the midway, even though it's shit teams, it's the most interesting. The West is a lot better, even though it's a good team with a shit team. But the East, the mid is where it gets good. So Toronto against Washington, honestly, that's going to be a great playoff. That would be a great playoff series to watch. John Wall making to the playoffs the first time in his career. DeMar DeRozan making it to the playoffs for the first time in his career. I'm pretty sure Kyle Lowry has been in the playoffs, but not lately, I'm pretty sure. But I think that game, I would say, I think even during the whole season, Toronto's always had the upper hand against Washington. I would say 4-3. Would it go 7 games? I think it could go. I think it would go Toronto 4-3. Toronto wins in 7. That's what I think it would. Personally, I think because Toronto's always has always had the upper hand against Washington in all their meetings. Even though Washington I think beat them once, but I think Toronto would have the upper hand. They have more size, not. I think even more skill to tell you the truth. Excuse me. Washington, it's up to basically John Wall. I don't think, as much as I love Bradley Beal, I don't think that he's going to be able to hold himself up in the playoffs. It's going to be too much for him to handle. Maurice Gortat is good, Nene is good. They're all good. Trevor Ariza, he's just a good player, like he's a solid player. But Toronto has DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry. You could even say Terrence Ross, maybe. Terrence Ross is basically a Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza is obviously a little bit better because he's more experienced, but it's basically, I think Toronto would take that in 7 games. That's the way I would see it. Next one is Chicago against Brooklyn. That would be one of the most interesting series to watch in the playoffs. Chicago and Brooklyn because Chicago's so heavily based on defense, and they have no. Well, I can't say they have no talent, but they have no like true offense. Like they don't have Derrick Rose, they don't have Luol Deng, because Luol Deng is in Cleveland, and Derrick Rose is busted up ankle or knee or whatever the hell it is now. But the way I see it is that would be probably as good of a game to watch as Toronto against Washington. Series, hands down. I think because Brooklyn is so old, such smart veterans, that I think they would do it so good. I think, I would think Chicago in 6. That's what I would think. Now time for the West. I'm going to have to do this pretty quickly because I am running out of time. So San Antonio against Memphis. Let's be real. San Antonio, just too good of a team to even handle. So San Antonio in 5. That's what I would say. I think Memphis is a good slow-paced, grinded-out team. But I think San Antonio is just too good. Always too good. Even though they're vets, they're too good. Oklahoma against Phoenix. Oklahoma. I am sorry, Phoenix. You're the biggest underdog team this year. No one expected you to be there. You got the coach of the year, hands down. No one expects you that. But Oklahoma is just too good with Kraft Dinner. Kraft Dinner is just going to eat you. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about KD. I would think 5 games. I think Phoenix would get a win, and that's it, because how much heart they have. Next, LA Clippers against Golden State. Hands down the most interesting game. Well, no, I don't know the most interesting, but it will be one of the most in the first round because they hate each other so much. LA Clippers and Golden State they've learned to hate each other. They've hated each other so much in the regular season that it's going to be a brawl. It's going to be a huge brawl for this playoff seed. Like, it's going to be huge. I would think LA Clippers in 7. That's my prediction. Then, last but not least, Houston against Portland. Crazy series that's going to be. Crazy. I think Portland in 6. I would say Portland in 6, even though Houston has all this power and everything. I think Portland in 6. Peace.